Hey friends, hope everyone is doing good. Hashi again with another quick learning tutorial. Today we're going to be installing the MySQL Workbench. And as you all know, MySQL is an open source relational database management system, as with other relational databases out there. So MySQL stores data in tables made up of rows, columns, and it basically allows a user to define, manipulate, control, and kind of do query using the structured query language, more commonly known as SQL. Without any further ado, let me go ahead and just on my browser, just type MySQL download. So for this, just keep in mind, it's pretty common. I mean, you should be able to see this MySQL download back there. So all you have to do is just hit the download tab and come all the way in the bottom and pick this one, the GPL download, the community. You can actually straight go here to the actual installers. It will take you to this, but I've seen people doing this too. I don't know why, but they go here and then go to download page. Just I don't know. So it's pretty much the same thing. So on this particular area, you gotta keep in mind you have two options back here. This one has like it actually takes like less load. I would say the second option would give you more, let's say, space, more features, more, because you're dealing with tables and data, things like that, and you're manipulating that. So this has like more into it, and space-wise as well. So we'll go ahead and actually pick this one and download. Right here, you say no, just to start the download. Once that is done, we're gonna go ahead and actually, you don't need to bring any jar files, whatever, back here and import them from an outsource. You're just gonna pretty much just install it, and it's gonna go straight to your C drive, or pretty much to the main path where the computer has that. So yep, as soon as we're done with this, we're gonna go ahead and actually move forward, and then we'll be good to go. So I'm just waiting on that. Yeah, it took pretty much 19 seconds, 16. I think it actually took pretty much more than what I thought. We'll be done in a second. There you go. 6 seconds, 4, 3, 2 seconds, and should be done. Come on. There you go. Open file. So it's going to run. You got to allow all these files, or they're pretty much like a dependency file, like the files that actually it's dependent on. And you got to allow all these to pretty much install back there. So on this tab, all you have to do is just go straight. I mean, you have options back here. You can actually pick your own preference if you have a particular preference. Like this one is pretty good too. Like install all included MySQL product and features. I would just go with the developer default, because that way you can get all the default package or features that you have back there, or they're pretty much listed back here. You can get further clarification if you like. If you're like into a particular area where you want to make sure that you actually have everything back there. So you just click the developer default and then just hit next. It's telling me that the selected path already exists, exactly because I had to pretty much get rid of what I had on my system, MySQL, just to make this tutorial for fellow friends back there. Yeah, so you should be good to go. It's gonna just re-merge it back. It's just gonna say yes. Back here, it's just gonna check the requirement, but for you to move forward, you're not gonna hit next. You're gonna hit execute. So you're gonna execute whatever we have here. You see all these files back here. You see that for C++, for Visual Studio. So pretty much there are things that actually you need to consider, that how they interact with all these IDs, like Eclipse or Visual Studio, things like that, or Postman, and how they like kind of communicate. Like there are certain files you need them to pretty much execute those within the machine, or on your machine, to pretty much ensure that you're good to go. See, my Microsoft Visual C++. redistributable 64-bit. You gotta install that, which is the latest one. Successfully done. You gotta hit next. More product requirements have not been satisfied. You're just gonna say yes, don't worry about it. This execute again. All right, so MySQL Server 8.0.29, that's the latest, the version, Workbench 8 again, exactly. So pretty much it is, these are the connectors, or these are the stuff that you actually need for MySQL to basically run on your machine. I think it's gonna take a little longer on MySQL shell. I assume, I could be wrong. Yeah, it might take a little longer than we're expecting. Like the other ones were pretty much fast. So let's see how long it's going to take. We're just going to wait for this, and I'll see if I can go ahead and actually trim this part of the video or the tutorial, so that way it does not waste your time. Because I mean, all of my videos, I try my best to make it as quick, as short and concise as I can. So let's wait for that. There you go. It was kind of stuck back there, right? So also I have to mention, folks, that it's pretty much compatible. MySQL is available on all operating systems, pretty much. Um, Linux, Windows, Mac. So, all right, so let's go ahead and hit next. Product information, next. You don't have to be here. The port number 3306 is pretty much standard. You don't have to do here anything back here too. Just because I had an account already with my on this machine, so I might have to check probably, or let me try to see if it actually succeeds with connection. If not, then you know what? Yeah, I think I have to use my credentials that I actually had on this machine. So I'm sure it's going to recognize that. Although I have deleted and installed everything from my system, from this machine. There you go. So it was acknowledged, right? So let's just hit next. That's the version, standard account system. Yep, execute, apply configuration. So this is just for like firewalls, things like that. You know, it's like for security features that Windows has. Look at that, updating Windows firewall rules. Yeah, so Windows is pretty much protecting itself from any bug or a virus. Let's put it that way. Always say bug in the an hour word. I say bug. All right, so finish. Product configuration, nothing. Just hit next. That's the root. We don't have to do anything. Just finish. Next. Yep. Standalone server. It's running. I can check my password again, what I actually created. And then let's see if connection successful. Okay. There you go. Succeeded. Next. Nope. Execute. So this is where it's going to actually connect to the server. And let's see if it's going to authenticate or not, or pretty much sync it through. If it syncs, it's gonna say, yep, I think it did. Yeah, right there. See green button right there. There you go. Cool. Next. And hit finish. There you go. We don't have to do anything here in the command prompt. We're just gonna head out, come back here. So you can delete these. You can make your own connection if you want. It's totally up to you, but yeah, you can create your own thing, basically, connection, and then an account. So there you go. So it basically